Hey everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. My name is Hunter Houck. This is the brand new Josh's Frogs BioBedding Desert Bioactive Substrate. And in today's video, I'm going to be testing it out and reviewing it and letting you know what I think about it and, most importantly, what my animals think about it. Let's get into it. So first of all, I want to thank Josh's Frogs for sending me over a couple bags of this. This is a brand new product that they just released, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of Josh's Frogs, so anytime they send me an email and want to work on something, I've got to say yes. And when I got this email, I was very excited because I'm pretty sure I'm one of the first people to test this out, so I'm really excited to let you guys know what I think about it. As always, this will be a completely honest review. I'm not being paid to say anything. I did just receive this as a gift so I could try it out for you guys. So yeah, thanks again to Josh's Frogs. You guys are the best. If you're here from the Josh's Frogs Facebook page or wherever else they decide to share this, be sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos all about reptiles and amphibians every single week. Without further ado, let's get into this. So I guess the first question that we're going to have to answer is, what is Josh's Frogs Desert Bioactive Substrate? So Josh's Frogs has had a tropical version of this, I believe, for quite a while, but it says BioBedding Desert is the perfect substrate for your desert or arid bioactive enclosure. It's ideal for leopard geckos, fat-tailed geckos, bearded dragons, many monitor species, and many other herps and inverts, and I cannot wait to try this out for my leopard gecko specifically because she is down here, and her enclosure has been bioactive for a while, but I'm not loving the substrate, so I'm excited to try out something new. This substrate is a unique blend of ingredients designed to jumpstart the bioactive environment. It helps maintain a low level of humidity, which is so important so that your reptile won't get like a respiratory infection or something like that. Yet it retains moisture in a way to easily provide humid hides and support a community of cleaner invertebrates and bioactive organisms. So you can add substrates or isopods and stuff to this, it says on the website, and all sorts of good stuff. And you can see it's a mix of all sorts of stuff. It looks like it has some really fine sand, which is good so that if your gecko does ingest a small amount of this, it will not hurt it. So it says, basically you want to put 1 inch on the floor of your enclosure, add a small amount of dechlorinated or RO water until the bottom inch of substrate sticks together when squeezed but no water runs out. Then add another 2 to 3 inches of dry BioBedding Desert on top. More can be used to facilitate digging and burrowing species. Okay, so it doesn't require a drainage layer, which is super awesome. So you just add water underneath the humid hide every 1 to 2 months as needed to keep the bottom layer moist. Okay, that's awesome. So it says the top layer will develop a crust due to the mist-dry cycle and mist very lightly every day, ensuring to mist the substrate under the hide directly. I am so excited to test this out. That was not the only bag I have. That was the 4-quart, and this is the 10-quart, which is really heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's really heavy, so we need to jump right into this before my arms get tired. Once again, if you're new here, I just want to say welcome. My name is Hunter Houck. I am 15 and I've been keeping reptiles and now amphibians for a little over 2 years. It's my passion and I'm so excited to be able to make videos where I can share that passion with you. So if you want to see more reptile and amphibian related videos every single week, be sure to hit the subscribe button, as well as follow me on Instagram at HunterHouckOfficial so that you can see more of my reptiles and amphibians every single day. Without further ado, let's get into this enclosure. So this enclosure is Payton, my leopard gecko's enclosure. So she is a normal leopard gecko, and I've had this enclosure for quite a while, and I honestly don't love it. Mainly I don't love the background, but I also don't love the substrate because it's currently just like a topsoil mixture. It's one of the common leopard gecko bioactive mixes that you make DIY, but it really hasn't been satisfying me. So I'm so excited to test out the new Josh's Frogs bedding. I'm just gonna remove the doors to make it easier for us to access. And here, I'm not sure if you can even see her. Here is Payton. So I just placed Payton in a temporary tub so that she can be nice and safe away from all the action while we're doing this. I think she's absolutely gonna love this because all of the other Josh's Frog substrate mixes that I've tried out and that I've heard of other people trying out, their animals have loved. So I guess the first step is gonna be removing all of these old hides and stuff and just placing them somewhere else so that they're out of the way, because I'll be putting all the same stuff back in here afterwards except for the substrate, because we're going to be trying out the new Josh's Frogs BioBedding Desert Substrate, which I'm so excited for. Okay, I got so much substrate out, almost all of it. There's a little bit like of dust left, and I wiped it out and stuff, and I just don't think I can get it all the way, but that's okay because it is time to start adding some substrate. So I'm going to add this first 4-quart bag and mix it up, and this will be the bottom layer that gets nice and damp. So you can see there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and I like how it's layered in the back so you can see what all is in there. Ooh, okay, so it's got some nice fiber, so there's plenty of aeration, so your soil is going to do so well in here. Okay, first touch, I love soil so much. Like, I've done a soil judging contest. That's how much of a nerd I am. But anyways, I am just loving this. It has like some bark in there, which will provide plenty of aeration and surface area for your roots and your water and all sorts of stuff. So far I am loving this. Woo. So then I smoothed out the soil a little bit more and added some from the big bag. That way I would have enough to make a 1-inch layer. So now I think I'm going to try to get this layer pretty damp so that it can retain lots of moisture. Okay, I'm using a rubber glove. This is an old one that I was using to work on an enclosure with some spray foam, so that's what's all over it. But I'm just using this because I'm gonna have to touch my camera, and I don't want to touch my camera with wet hands. That probably wouldn't end too well. Okay, I'm gonna add more water. And just to clarify, this is dechlorinated water. Oh, I definitely added plenty. Oops. RIP. It's okay. It will be just fine. I'll mix it in here, and that should actually be the perfect amount. Okay, I'd say there's probably a good 1-inch layer here that is pretty good, pretty well saturated. My camera stopped recording, so basically what I did was I added about an inch layer of this and got it really, really damp. And then I added the rest of the 10-quart bag, so it's probably, I don't know, I'd say 2 or 3 inches deep now, and I just added a dry layer on top. And now I'm just kind of mixing the top layer up without getting a ton of the bottom layer in here. And there are some chunks that I'm trying to break up because I want some of the chunks, but I don't want all of them because I can tell there's probably some clay or something in here, which is really good because it helps hold some of that moisture, but I don't want it all in balls. I want it to be kind of throughout the soil, you know? And I actually want it to be a lot deeper over here and a lot shallower over here, since in this end, this end is where I have a tile, so she won't actually have access to the soil over here. Okay, I'd say that is actually probably pretty good. I'm really excited. So now I get to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I get to add a pothos. And so what I've decided to do is, until I see how well this grows in here, I'm just going to leave it in the pot. This pothos is from Josh's Frogs, so I know it's organic and all safe and stuff. I got this a long time ago, and I've just been growing it at home here, waiting for an enclosure to come open for it, and now I can finally put it in something. I'm gonna have to move this up a lot higher, so I'm gonna do that, just like that. And now it's in here, but it's not technically in there, so I can water it kind of independently, and it should still be nice and good. Okay, so there is that, and now I'm also gonna throw this right in here to soak up some extra heat so that she has a variety of surfaces that she can be on if she wants. So this has a huge surface area, so there's no way that she could like tunnel under it and get squished, and it's light enough that it couldn't squish her. So yeah, and now I'm gonna move this right over here, and you'll notice this doubles as the humid hide and the cool hide, because this plant is gonna serve back behind here as another hide. So yeah, I'm gonna get that nice and humid. So now I just need to throw back in this cork. I have this stone that I just found that I like because I think it looks nice. And then I have her warm hide. And now, to make it look nice, I've got to put back in the iconic fake plant. There's the iconic fake plant right here. So now I'm going to take this opportunity to give you a little mini enclosure tour. So here is Payton's warm hide, and above it, you can see it kind of has steps. Above it we have an Arcadia shade dweller about exactly 10 inches from right here, so that she can bask on it, and she really loves it. She benefits from that light a lot. And then we have this piece of tile here that heats up. It allows her body to absorb the heat a lot more, but I'm working on getting an Arcadia deep heat projector or something similar instead, because I do find that from a lot of my research, a lot of people say that their leopard gecko really benefits from that instead of a heat mat. I have a piece of cork because I like to provide lots of textures. Then I have another piece of slate to help trim down her toenails. I have a pothos, which, believe it or not, should do really well right here. These are hardy plants, and I have it in its own separate pot so that it will do really well. And then I have just a little piece of stone, I don't know, it's something. And then I have her cool hide and humid hide. It serves double purposes, because when she wants to be humid she goes in here, but when she wants to be cool she actually just kind of nestles herself in here. And then on the background, so this background I actually made out of way too many cans of spray foam and some grout and some paint, and it's been this way for about 6 months, and it's starting to actually, like, the paint's starting to kind of chip away, so I'm gonna have to redo this in maybe another 6 months or so. But for now, I do kind of like how it turned out, but I would definitely seal it with something more waterproof next time. But the paint is non-toxic, so it's not a huge issue. I really like how this turned out, and I hope that you do too. But the most important thing, does Payton like how it turned out? Let's find out. Here, I'm actually gonna put her over here in the substrate so she can see what she thinks. She's headed straight. Oh, maybe she is gonna explore a little bit. We could be dancing in the stars. We could be floating on a lake. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I really love this substrate, so does Payton, and I think that you will too if you check it out. Once again, thank you so much to Josh's Frogs for sending me this substrate. I really appreciate it, but like I said, seriously, I would buy this and will buy this in the future. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what substrate you use for your leopard gecko. Be sure to follow me on Instagram so that you can see more of my animals every single day, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly reptile and amphibian related videos. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.